My wife was in a strongman competition this weekend and decided she needs a farmer's carry rack like she used in the competition. With just a bit of scrap metal, I welded that for her. But why stop there? It's simple to modify the rack for use as a sled push and sled pull. All this costs next to nothing since you can make it from almost any scrap metal you've got. In this video, I'll show you how. This farmer's carry rack was made entirely from scrap metal. You can see here, this is a piece of rebar, this is a piece of angle iron taken from a bedpost, this is a piece of square tubing taken from a fence, here's a piece of circular tubing that was left over from the bike build. The only things that you really need to make sure are the right size are these pipes right here. I did have to buy these. They are 1.5 inch pipes, and the reason for that is that's the inside diameter of most Olympic weights. So, how do you build this? First, you make this frame right here. That's usually made out of angle iron or square tube, whatever you happen to have handy. Cut it and weld it at each junction, as many places as you can. Second, you're going to want to put these pipes in place. And third, you're going to want to put these supports on. Fourth are your handles. I recommend putting some sort of bracing on them, just because this is where you're going to get the most pressure. So these are just square tubes welded on right here, a circle tube welded on right here, a little bit of grip tape right there, and then some sort of support right here. And very last, if you want to make this into a sled push and sled pull, you're going to need to add these. Now what is this? It's just a piece of circular tubing. I stuck some rebar right in here and bent it. And the reason for that is I wanted to be sure that this would be able to catch any ground or rocks or things like that that are coming up when you're actually doing the push or pull. And I've got the same thing on every one of the ends here. And when I flip it up, you can see this actually has a piece of rebar in it. The piece of rebar is welded to it, and it travels the entire length of this. So that rebar is in there so that when you're pushing it along cement or something like that, and you start to wear away the original metal, you've still got rebar in there that you're working against. It's going to take a long time to scrape that rebar away. Makes the whole thing quite a bit more sturdy as well. Dimensions. The important dimensions on this are as follows. From here to here is 26 inches. From here to here is 48 inches. You also need these overhangs right here where you're going to be able to rest the Olympic weights on there. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. This Olympic weight sits just at the edge of this bar and just under that handle. Similarly, your sled leg just clears with support for the bar, or for the weight under there. This dimension right here is about 8 inches. So you need to make sure that you have that all the way around. Because this is 4 feet right here, even when you have those weights on, you'll still be able to move your legs freely. You're going to need one of these for the push. For a pull, you can just hook any old tow rope that you have to a juncture right here. What this is some bed frame that was left out. It happens to fit just inside this circular tubing, and then I bolted this together, welded it right here, and another piece goes down into this circular tubing. In the end, what you have is a reinforced, due to this right here, a reinforced fitting that goes right inside of those so that you have a place where you can push right here. This is a video showing how those sled push handles are installed. After the weights are on, simply slide the handles inside the vertical pipes and you're ready to push. So that's it. A combo farmer's carry, sled push, and sled pull welded from scrap metal. Enjoy!
Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unique and useful do-it-yourself builds.